Hello friends and welcome to my channel. If you're going through some hard times, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you how to overcome the hard situation that you're experiencing in your life. It can be an emotional situation, a relationship situation, financial situation, family related, work related. If you're going through some hard times, watch this video until the end and I'm going to teach you how to approach this situation, how to overcome it, and how to make life easier for yourself. My name is Helia and welcome to my channel. I was talking to someone today who needed help and she asked me for a Zoom call, for a coaching call. And she was telling me that they might possibly lose their home because they cannot afford the mortgage anymore because the interest rates have gone up and they cannot pay the mortgage and their business is not doing good either. And she feels really devastated and going through a really hard time with her husband. And I was also having a conversation with a friend of mine recently that she's having some difficulties in her relationship. She might be going through separation or she's thinking about divorce and things are not going well in her relationship. So if you are a human being and you're alive, there will always be situations in life that are not going the way you want them to go. There will always be something that is not going the way as you planned or you expected or you wanted it to be. No matter how hard you worked for that thing, for that business, for that house, for that relationship, no matter how much you want it, how much you want it to work, sometimes it simply doesn't work and it seems to be out of your control. And that's when the difficulty comes, because us as human beings, the way our mind works and the way the survival system in our brain works is to have everything under control, is to be in the familiar situation, is to live in the known rather than unknown situation. It can be, again, relationship related, family related, financial related. And the mind, the survival system, does not like the unknown. The mind hates the unknown. Even if we are not happy in the situation that we are right now, even if, for example, the business that we're having is not the most amazing business and it's not really our passion, it's not really fulfilling, and we've always been thinking about another kind of business in back of our head, we still prefer to stay in the familiar known situation rather than going to somewhere unknown in the future. The unknown is scary for the mind, for the survival system, and that's how the brain works. But that's not the reality of the world. Even for relationships, sometimes people are in relationships, they're not really happy. They're in fact unhappy most of the time. 60% of the time, even 90% of the time, they are unhappy. They're not satisfied. They're not fulfilled. They're not joyful. They're not on the same page anymore with their partner. Maybe they were at some point. They are not on the same vibrational frequency anymore. They don't get each other anymore. The love is not there anymore. The passion is not there anymore. They're making each other miserable. But they still rather be in that situation than getting divorced and cutting things off and going to somewhere unknown. That's so scary for the majority of people. And I want you to know where the fear comes from. The fear is only the survival system, is the mind. The mind wants you to be safe. Safe means familiar, even if it is not happy. So when you become aware of this fact, that it is your brain trying to protect you, but is not actually the way of living, and you are more powerful than the thoughts in your brain. You are not the thoughts in your brain. Your consciousness. When you are having thoughts, when you're thinking about something, and you become aware of that thought, you can literally look at that thought and think that this is a thought that I am having right now. That's the real you, the one who's observing the thought. So your real you, the essence of you, is consciousness, is soul, is infinite intelligence, is unlimited, unlimited energy, consciousness, awareness. That's your real you. The thoughts that you're thinking is not you. You're having those thoughts. So the thoughts of staying in the familiar situation, not wanting to leave, not wanting to change, not wanting to move, those are your thoughts coming from your brain and coming from your survival system. Your real you is more powerful than that. And if this is the first time you're hearing this, you just got to another level of awareness. Just right now, you just reached another level of awareness. And when you reach to a higher level of awareness, you cannot go back. When you know something, when you reach that high of awareness, there is no way of not knowing it anymore. So there you go. You've learned so much already, but I'm going to teach you more. There is a beautiful word that I have recently learned, and I am applying into all areas of my life. This word has saved me a lot and has opened my eyes to another, better, easier, more fulfilled way of living. And that word is surrender. So I want you to think about the word surrender. Surrender to me means having faith. Surrender to me is so powerful. Surrender doesn't mean that you're being weak and you're giving in. It means you are so powerful, you are so aware that you are trusting the higher version of yourself, your inner being, your infinite intelligence, source, God, nature, whatever you want to call it. Surrender is powerful. Only powerful people can experience and implement this word into their lives. Because if you are a powerful human being, if you're an aware human being, if you know that your thinking and your mind and you are a very small part of this whole universe, and the universe, God, and the infinite intelligence is so much bigger than you and so much more powerful than you, and has a wider perspective, a bigger perspective than you, then it becomes easier to surrender. Then it makes so much sense to surrender, right? So we have to learn to let go of control. Some of us, maybe most of us, are control freaks. We might not want to admit, but we are control freaks in life. We want to have everything under our control. Our partner, our children, our parents, our boss, our employee. We want to have everything under our control. And this is not the most highest fulfilling way of living. The best way of living is to have a plan and do your part. If you have to show up as this caring, loving person in your relationship, if you have to give your partner an opportunity to have a conversation with you, be open up to have communications, do your part. Do the things that you have to do to improve your life, to get to the goal that you have. But above and beyond that, there is nothing you can do. The only thing you can do and you should do is to surrender and let go of the outcome. Do the things that you have to do and let go of the outcome, because you never know what the universe wants for you. Maybe there is something better for you. Maybe you have to let go of this house that you cannot pay the mortgage of anymore, and you have to surrender to your higher self to become stronger through this process, to work more on your business, to have other ideas, to earn more money from different sources, and to end up in a better, more amazing house that is actually really your dream house. Maybe in another city or even a country that you've always been thinking about and dreaming about. I've heard a beautiful quote not long time ago. It says, "Don't be afraid if your life seems to be upside down. How do you know the other side is not better than the side that you're living in right now?" How do we know? How do we know that this relationship is the best, most amazing, fulfilling relationship for us, and there is not something 100 times better than this out there? How do we know this house is for us and there is not another bigger, better, more beautiful, more amazing house for us? out there? We don't know. We have to surrender and trust the universe. And you know what happens when you surrender and trust and let go and don't fight and don't try to control the situations? This trust brings up so much positive vibration. It literally lifts you up. Your vibration goes to the next level because you feel so much powerful, guys. I'm telling you, the surrender is so powerful. You feel so much powerful and you feel one with the God, with the universe. And then the universe will open up the doors that you could not even think of. Because where you were standing with your limited consciousness, fighting for the things that you had, and you wanted to grasp hard to the things that you had, you could not possibly see other doors and other opportunities. It's not possible. You only start to see opportunities and possibilities when you let go of control. And isn't that interesting that every time that we are facing some changes in our life that is not what we decided, like something shifts in our relationship, our partner decides to act up or become irresponsible or not loving, or interest rates goes up, we might lose our job, the business goes sideways, our finances is not doing good. Every time that something happens in life, that it's like a big shift and big change, isn't that interesting that the mind goes directly to the worst possible outcome? We never think, oh, that's an amazing thing that my relationship after 10 years is not working anymore. Maybe it's time to say goodbye. Maybe we served each other during this time, and maybe there is another better, more fulfilling relationship is out there for me. We don't think like that. We always go to the negative outcome. Why is that? I wonder. Ask yourself, why is that? Again, that's your mind, survival system. The mind responsibility, funny enough, is not to keep you happy. The mind first responsibility and only responsibility is to keep you safe. And in order to keep you safe, the brain, the mind has to analyze and navigate all the time for the worst case scenarios, for danger, for negative outcomes. That's what your mind is doing. But your consciousness, you're more powerful than your mind. And when you know that, you can say to yourself, okay, that makes sense. It's my mind trying to think of the worst case scenario because of the survival system and wants to keep me safe and alive. But that's not the reality of life. And I trust the universe. And I know that things always work out for me. At the end of the day, if you look back in your life, go back in your life and look at the events that happened recently or many years ago, caught you off guard, you were scared, you thought your life is falling apart, something horrible is happening. I want you to really, really spend some time, go back in your life, look at your experiences and see how things turned around and you ended up somewhere way better than where you were before. It can be that you were laid off and you were so sad and you found out another amazing, more high-paying job. It might be that you were in a relationship, you were kind of okay, you got divorced, you were devastated, but you ended up being someone even more amazing, more fulfilling, more connected than your ex. So many examples I can give you in my own personal life and in my client's life. And I'm sure if you go back and think about your life, you can find all these examples. You just have to watch this video again and again when you're going through some hard times and remind yourself that the universe has better plans for you. There is no evil force out there trying to make you miserable. The universe is shifting things and it's up to you how much you trust the universe. Because if you don't trust and you keep your vibration to the level of lack, scarcity, fear, anger, and limitation, you will not gonna go anywhere good. And you might stay in that period of misery for years and decades, as so many people do. But the trick is to become aware of that, the change is good for me, something better is coming for me, I trust the universe, I trust God. Raise your vibration with this method, surrendering, and then you will see how quickly your life shifts to 100 times better than what you are experiencing right now. One more thing I wanted to share that comes with surrendering. A word that comes to my mind is responsibility. I touched on it briefly, that you have to take your part and do the things that you have to do. But I want to share this again because this is important. When you are surrendering, it doesn't mean that you're becoming irresponsible. It doesn't mean that you just say, okay, hands off, I'm not doing anything. Universe, do whatever you want to do. Deliver to me whatever you want to deliver. No. We are all responsible for our lives. And the way that we are responsible, and the number one responsibility we have to take, listen to me, the number one responsibility we have to take, the most important responsibility we have to take, is to be responsible for the thoughts that we are entertaining and we are letting in our mind. What kind of thoughts are you entertaining all day, every day? What is the underlying feelings of those thoughts? Are you thinking lack and limitation and scarcity and fear? Are you thinking thoughts of abundance, gratitude, looking for gratitude, being happy? What are your thoughts? That's your number one responsibility. And then comes the responsibility of taking actions and actually the doing thing. Doing and taking actions. But thoughts and keeping our thoughts positive, right thinking, not just being optimistic, right thinking actually, right? You have to learn how to do that. And if you want to learn more, I'm offering a free 5 days live event. It's called Accelerate Your Money Manifestation. You will experience a paradigm shift in this event. Your vibration is going to go high every single day. It's 5 days free live event at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, starting from September 25th to September 30th. You'll experience so much paradigm shift, vibrational shift, and you will learn a lot, and it's a free event. And I teach a lot of things that I learned from my mentors and Bob Proctor, my mentor, and so much more. I'm going to share the link in the notes section here in this video. And if you want to learn more, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And feel free to share it with your friends, family, whoever you think they're going through some hard times in their life. Be the vessel for positivity and share it with your friends. Hope you like this video. Thank you so much, and I see you soon.